first we'll show you from the outside of the car. Oh, all right, yeah, the seating. All right, here's my seat. All right, my seat just fell back, and now the race started. Oh, wait.
And now you're
Now
just
the race started.
irritated beyond belief.
Right, and Tyler's 100 yards ahead of me. He did not go with my bunch-up theory at all.
Right, you're getting your ass kicked right now, by the way.
Right, and the seat falling backwards, it didn't look like much. It was sort of like you were cutting a diamond and someone punched you in the shoulder. Like, it wasn't much, but it fucked me up because now I'm trying to get my seat. I don't know how to adjust the seat because I've never adjusted the seat. I've never adjusted the upper part of the seat. I've only adjusted the slide it forward, slide it back. So it pops back about 4 or 5 inches. I don't know why.
Right there, all your belts are loose.
All my belts are loose. It's fallen off my Hans device. And in between straightaways, in between turns.
Why would you think it's on the right, by the way?
It was a stupid move. I was feeling, I will go for the left. Now I'm going for the left side.
On the left.
And I'm trying. Now, the seat's not going to come up unless I reach around and grab it and pull it a little.
Right. Once you have the harness belts on and the tension, it won't pop forward.
Right. So my super anal driving position mixed with my super tight harness belt idea is completely out the window, and I'm in 4th place.
All that work.
And Tyler didn't listen to me at all. And now we're going to pass Wanda Sykes on the first lap.
Of course.
I don't think that's ever been done before.
No.
And I passed Melanie here too. Now, the other thing I'm worried about is Melanie, who's used to going 332 miles an hour in a quarter mile, is not used to a road course. And she was a couple of seconds off our lap time. So I knew it was Tyler, Andy, me, and then a beat, and then Melanie. But what freaked me out is when Melanie slid in front of me to start the race, I was like, oh, she's going to hold me up while Tyler, and you can see these guys now have sort of taken off on me.
Yeah.
This is not what I'm looking for at the end of lap 1. My whole plan was I was going to slide in the back of Andy, and I'm trying to fix my seat.
You're still messing with it.
I was going to slide in the back of Andy and watch him take Tyler out because Andy's nuts.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Like, Andy doesn't have any middle ground. It's like you're either out or you're 100%.
Right.
Like, even if he damages the car, if it moves, he's 100%. He's just going to go.
Yeah, no, he did as predicted. I mean,
yeah. So I felt bad because, like, right when he got in the car,
I'm still trying to fix the seat, by the way.
Right when he got in the car, I grabbed him. I was like, just messing with him. I was like, whatever you do, man, don't crash.
I knew he was going to crash. I'm still trying to fix the seat, by the way. Now the belts are loose, but I've cinched up the seat.
Right, but the seat's never going to go all the way back forward because the belts are too tight.
Right. And I haven't really done the math on that belt.
Yeah.
But I'm still fucking with the seat. But at a certain point, I'm just going to go fuck it. The seat's in the wrong position. I'll focus on the race, and I think I cinched down on my belts. Now, we get behind, is it Carter Lay here? The thing that's funny about Carter Lay, but it's kind of funny about super rich guy, he's the Lay's potato chip heir.
Yeah.
Carter Lay is the last, and listen, I'm not even counting Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes was 25 seconds off the pace a lap.
Yeah.
Like most of the celebrities, but I think he was ahead of Wanda Sykes. That's the only person.
He was kind of in the back of the pack, and I think Jackson was. And
I make the move on Tyler and...
Was that Carter?
Yeah, and Carter Lay here. And the Carter Lay part was a little freaky because I was like,
is that
shit.
Melanie passing him too? He just got passed by...
No, that's Tyler behind me. So now there's a couple things. You catch up to the pros. Celebrities. And when you catch up to the celebrities, realize you're catching up to them in order of slowness.
Yes.
So you're going to catch the slowest guys fast. Jessica Hardy, who's an Olympic swimmer, I'm catching up to. And now I'm basically saying, I'm coming, sweetie. Don't put me into the wall.
Oh, yeah. And she does go into the wall later, by the way.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, here's the whole game. If I can get past the celebrity cleanly without them holding me up, then I'm going to leave them behind me for Tyler to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if I get in behind them at the end of the shoreline and I got to drag ass behind them all the way around the fountain and everything, I'm fucked because Tyler will be up my ass. So the whole point is I'm passing Jenna Elfman here. I have to pass these people cleanly, but if I do anything too insane, I'll put myself into the wall. But if I get caught behind them, Tyler's going to catch me immediately.
Wait, that last corner, you passed 2 or 3 people on that same inside line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a good line
but
on that race. But
is that
Carter,
because is Jenna moving out of the way for you at that point?
No, that's because the drifters put down a ton of rubber.
Oh, and they're following
on that corner.
No.
No. The proper line is outside to inside, but I know there's so much rubber. Jackson Rathbone, who's
he's from the Twilight movies?
Yeah, Twilight movies. You had to give him the honk like I'm coming by.
Yeah. I didn't realize you were using your horn so much.
I never do, but I wanted to let the celebrities know, hey, I'm your friend.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me.
That red car. Remember 3 times I said red car?
Now, by the way, once I pass you, feel free to drive like a complete asshole and block Tyler, who's between you and me. You're between me and him right now. Please. Yeah. And my point is once I get past these guys, I want them to drive like a dick in front of the guys behind me.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to be the guy who's blamed for it, but you do want them to block a little bit.
Right.
So now you've moved up to second of the pros.
Right.
And now you're just chasing down Andy Bell.
Now,
and he's getting blocked a little bit by I don't know who.
Yeah, he's getting blocked. And we'll find out.
And I'm sure his blood is starting to boil.
Yeah, his blood's starting to boil.
Look at him all over the track.
Dips in.
Come on,
Andy.
Andy.
Dips in early here. And that's Jeremy Sisto.
Yes.
And now I got to get by Jeremy. Now here's where Andy sees me and he goes, I'm going for the block.
Yeah. By the way, that move Andy just did on Sisto was good.
Yeah, and he's going way inside on me, and I'm going way inside. You're not supposed to be inside on this turn. And he went way outside, but he was staring into his crunch.
He hits the tires.
I heard the crunch, and I remember thinking, okay, I don't have to worry about him. I heard a crunch, but now I have to worry about Tyler. Funny thing about Carter Lay, I had a 20-minute conversation with him about his Puma racing shoes.
Okay.
He explained to me that the laces don't go down the center because that cuts off circulation. They're off to the left. He also showed me the heel that was made out of like a composite material, and it had like fins in it so that the foot could be vented and all that kind of stuff. Which I was thinking, this is cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Except for you are 12 seconds off the lap time of Jenna Elfman.
And by the way, Jenna was really happy about that.
There's no shoe. It was funny. It was like a super fat guy telling you about his composite mountain bike. like it has disc brakes and an inertia system and a monoshock, and you're like,
weighs 4 pounds.
Yeah.
It's great.
You finishing those nachos? Like that's the conversation I was having. Nice guy. And I was looking at the shoe going, that's a really cool shoe, but you got to earn that shoe. You got to get mid-pack with that shoe. I can't pass you on the first lap with that shoe. Come on. So now I realize.
Andy hit the wall, and then he waited for the traffic to die down. He backed that car out and started racing again.
Right.
But he started racing like he had a shot, and he was a lap down.
Right.
So at some point he starts rubbing. He starts going door to door with Melanie.
Yeah.
And fucks up the whole passenger side of her car.
Right.
And takes out a 4th gear.
Now let me tell you what is going through the mind of a young Adam Carolla at this point. First, oh my God, I'm in first place. Like I was not only the last person in this race, I was last with a bullet when it came to the pros. So number one, what the hell am I doing in first place? Okay. Number two, I don't have to worry about Melanie because I know I'm a couple seconds a lap faster. Unfortunately, there's a guy named Tyler who qualified ahead of me who's behind me.
And has the fastest lap time of the race.
And who has the fastest lap time of the race. And I wonder if they tell you which lap that was.
We do have that, yeah.
Kate Del Castillo, I'm going to pass here in a sort of ballsy inside move. I almost went for it there, and I was like, I'm going to take myself out if I go past Dave Passat.
If you got a celebrity car in front of you and behind you, when you make a move like that, the chances you trading paint is high.
No celeb in front of me at this point.
Well,
here's my problem at this point. By the way, Dave, nicest guy in the world. I talked to him after the race.
Guy, yeah.
I'm like, Dave, I would have been nice if you just let me by. And he's like, I did let you by. And I'm like, this is going on for a little while.
He didn't notice you there right away.
I was honking my horn. All right. It's not much of a horn.
It's not much of a horn.
Now, let me explain what's going through my mind right now. There's 5 laps left in this race. I have a guy behind me who has the fastest lap time. But here's what's really going through my mind, Matt. We do qualifying, okay? And because we do qualifying and because I'm a pro, they let you go according to like who they think's fast and fastest and whatever.
Yeah.
And as I told you, they pull us all up to the grid, to the front, and they go, look, make some space for yourself, give yourself some air, some clean air, and let's get some good, clean, open qualifying laps into this race. So they say, okay, Andy Bell, you take off. And he takes off, and they count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adam, take off. And I take off. And then they go, 1, 2, 3. Tyler, take off. So the whole time we're qualifying, we're doing 15 laps, 12, 15 laps. I'm looking at where Andy Bell is in front of me. So each time I come out of turn 5, he's just turning out. I can see his taillights turning out at turn 6.
Right.
But when the next lap comes around, now I see half his car. So I'm like, oh, I made up 4 feet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? How you judge how you're doing compared to the other guy when he's 500 yards ahead of you is as you turn on to the back straightaway, the lap before he was just turning off. Now, if the next lap you turn on and you don't see him at all, guess what? He's made a little time on
ahead.
you. But if the next time you turn on, he's not yet turned in yet, then you just made up 80 feet on him.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Andy Bell. Here's a hairy pass here. I almost hit this guy or a favor right there. I gave him the Mahalo Shaka move.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, here's what's bothering me about Tyler. The entire qualifying session, I have my eye on Andy Bell. And after 15 laps, I realized at the end of Shoreline, he was turning in when I was crossing the start-finish line. And at the end of 15 laps, that guy didn't pull a foot on me. Maybe I pulled half a foot on him.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going the exact same speed.
Okay.
Tyler, who had the equal spacing, is coming up on me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, this gap, the dude in front of me, I didn't close that gap. The dude behind me, he closed a big gap in 12 laps.
He's smooth.
He never makes a mistake, and he's super smooth. So I'm like, well, the guy who closed a huge gap in a short period of time is behind me and with a much smaller gap. So I'm like, I don't like this guy who's faster than me in qualifying and now has turned the fastest lap in the course of the race. I don't like this guy behind me. I'm going to try to keep him behind me, and I'm just looking in my rearview mirror the whole time, and all I was doing is trying to put celebrities between me and him. The problem is each celebrity you pass, the next one's a little faster. That's Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, twice. 2 laps now.
I don't think that's ever happened in the history of this
And she
race.
was really funny about it, by the way. She's like, I'm just glad I lived. She didn't wreck.
No, she did not wreck.
I think she got a record as well for slowest lap time ever.
Yes.
Like, you guys are running like 145s.
Right.
She ran a 202.
Wow. And again,
as her fastest lap time, by the way.
You got to understand, this is a world where the difference between 0.7 of a second on a lap time or 0.8 of a second from one guy to the next is the other guy's kicking the other guy's ass, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm looking to the right every time I come down Shoreline.
A little squirrely there.
Yeah, I know. I remember thinking, fuck, I just scrubbed off a couple tenths. And I'm looking to the right going 2 laps left, and I'm also looking in my rearview mirror going, oh, there's Tyler. He's coming. And my whole thing is he's not into the Marquis of Queensberry, which is if we get to that hairpin, he already burned me once on that hairpin. If we get to that hairpin and he's anywhere near me, he's going inside, and he's getting into me, and he's going to take this victory.
Yeah.
And I was like, and also my thing was, me and Andy were drinking beer the whole time. I mean, not the day of the race,
not
but
in the car. Let's be clear, not
after
race morning.
qualifying.
Okay.
Chris Maxipata got him a beer, got me a beer. And we were the, hangout beer guys, and Tyler was the guy who was, race day dry fitting himself in the car with the Hans device and the full equipment and doing the whole thing while we were sitting around fucking around. So,
he probably had, all these egg whites in the morning. He's a professional.
It's always good to beat the intense guy. I always want to beat the intense guy.
He's a nice guy, though. He's a really
no,
he's a
but
good guy. He just wanted to win. He just really wanted to win.
He's an Olympic champion. That's what it takes: focus and intensity. And he's nice, but I'm a competitor. You know what I mean? I'm competition. He's not going to give me tips on how to get around that track faster. And he will definitely, if we get down to that hairpin, he'll definitely get into me. If we have now, he's behind me, and there's no celebrities behind me. And this I don't like. So I'm like, I don't have celebrities.
Right.
I want a
He's
celebrity
just going to start reeling you in at this point.
I want a celebrity. Yes, he's turned the fastest lap. He's the number one qualifier in the race. So why wouldn't he start reeling me in? And that's what he's going to be doing. And I got Mark Steinis in front of me, but Mark Steinis qualified second in the pros, and there's the white flag. So he qualifies second in the pros, and I'm like, he's fast. He's done this 5 times.
Steinis wasn't a pro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I screw that up all the time. Second in the celebrity.
Yes.
And he's done this 5 times. So
he was the favorite to win.
Right. And I'm looking at him going, I don't think I'm going to get him.
Right.
So,
but what you didn't know at this point, something happened to his car, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him, and he went from first down to 6th or something like that.
Right. Now, I am looking at Tyler in my rear view, and there's 2 things I'm realizing. One is I can't catch these pros and get celebrities and get held up by them, number 1.
Right.
But number 2, I know Tyler is probably overdriving his car right now because he realizes there's a half lap left in this race. And these cars are momentum cars, and they don't like to be overdriven. And plus, the tires start getting marbly and they're hot.
Yeah, they get real
slick.
slick.
Things get slick. Stuff is not at its best at lap 10 of this race. And it's not like race tires where they get stickier. These tires are street tires, and they actually get worse. So I'm just thinking, you know what? Just be smooth and let him overdrive his car. Well, he doesn't.
He doesn't really he holds
he's too smooth.
Here's the thing: it's like if you hit too much traffic in front of you, he will reel you in.
Oh, absolutely. So we're turning around, and he's not quite within striking distance, and he got right up to me on the hairpin, but not quite enough to make a move. And this is when I realize I've won. And for me, I'm out of my mind. My belt's loose, of course. But
is this what just happened? Or you think
this is what just happened because my seat was falling backwards, and I was in last place, and I cannot believe I got by Andy and Tyler with them that far. It's like they were both.
All right, enough with the horn. Jesus.
Well, you know what? I never honked it in the past, and they told me, the corner guys, say hi to them and honk the horn. They don't get paid. Honk the horn. Say hi to them. Now it's obnoxious. But they said, honk the horn and give him the shaka bra. And I gave him the horn honk and the shaka bra.
Congratulations, pro.
Yeah, it felt good. And I'll tell you, the best feeling that you can really ever have in life, and it's the exact opposite of a participation trophy. At the end of the race, you can turn it down. At the end of the race, you come down the back straightaway, and in the middle of the back straightaway is the paddock area. That's where they keep all the cars. That's where all the folks hang out, drivers, celebrities, and everyone's there in that paddock area, changing rooms, everything. And at the very end of the race, I know because I've been on the winning end of this and the losing end of this, they'll do the thing where the guy with he's got the clipboard and the headset, and he's standing out on the middle of the straightaway, and he's doing to everyone, come on in, turn it in, turn it in, turn it in, turn it in, and then he sees you and he goes, you keep going. And he gets out of the way, and you keep going, and there's fucking nothing better than everyone turning in front of you, and then he goes, you get to go. And then the guy behind you is like, no, you're going in. Go to the loser pit.
Yeah.
You Go.
And also, huge congratulations to Rutledge Wood, who won the celebrity class. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. He
Absolutely.
was so happy about it, and he was super proud of the donut that he did.
Yeah, he did a very nice donut, which we just caught the tail end of on my front camera, and I was happy, and I told my son, here's where they wave you past, they give you the fucking high five, and they go, you keep going. But
losers turn right.
Losers turn right. Winners go straight. I told my daughter, who was too shy to get up on the podium with me last year, I just took my son, and it's always kind of bugged her that it's like pictures of me and Sonny up on the podium.
Yeah.
I said, I win this year, and don't count on it, but I win this year. You're both coming up on the podium with me, and that was a nice.
Which one holds your beer?
I chugged. No, you know what I did? I didn't have a beer. Here. I know this makes me sound like an alcoholic. I had a water bottle, and I finished a water bottle, and I was drinking I was drinking out of the huge champagne bottle. But it was squirting out my nose. So I took the big champagne bottle and I dumped it into the water bottle, and I had a water bottle filled with champagne I was hitting off of. So I killed that, threw it in the garbage before I got up there. And I got to make a note. I need the champagne bottle. They give you the big champagne bottle.
No, they're gonna mail it, I think.
Right. So then you drive around, and the thing that was really nice is when I got out of the car, I saw Rutledge had won, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then Rutledge turned around and went, "You, oh, hey!" And then we had like a nice big hug it out situation over there, because he didn't know who won, and I didn't know who won from his division. And there he is. And
he ran a good race. He ran a smooth race, right?
Yeah.
He just kind of got in the front early on and stayed there.
Oh, Carolla! Carolla! Oh, dude, you're amazing. You're on your help. Holy cow! I can't read backwards, so I didn't know who was back there.
When both of these drivers got out of the cars, it was nothing but big smiles. Rutledge Wood, I saw the smile in your helmet. How exciting is this for you to come out and beat the pros?
It's insane. I can't believe it. I have no idea how I was able to stay out front. You know, I got to run last year. Adam helped me a lot. He won then. I think it was his coaching. This new FRS is really fun. It got squirrely out there a bunch, but somehow I moved my rearview mirror and I never looked in it, and I think that helped.
And Adam Carolla, not one win, but 2 years in a row. You came back as a pro when you did it. How'd you do it?
Skill, training, equipment, luck, God, everyone else. And, as far as Rutledge Woods go, it's really sad when nice things happen to bad people, because he's not a favorite in the clubhouse. And, hold on, put the cap on me. I don't put it on myself. I won the race. There you go. I want to thank Les Unger. I want to thank Toyota. This is the greatest experience. Listen, I have twins. I've been married. I've hosted TV shows. I've hosted award shows. I've done it all. This is the most exciting thing anyone can ever do. I love it.
It was certainly fun to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo! Rutledge Wood is doing it blind. One more, if you would, a nice round of applause for our two winners. Then we're going to be tossed in back upstairs. Carrie,